Over the last 20 years or so in the Pokemon anime, 10-year-old Ash Ketchum has caught quite a fair amount of Pokemon to say the least, ranging from various different regions that he's travelled to. Sometimes frustrating for anime watchers, Ash Ketchum was always renowned for leaving his Pokemon with Professor Oak every time he set off for a new region, leaving some of his strongest Pokemon behind. A question that's asked a lot is if Ash were to assemble some of his strongest Pokemon, which Pokemon would they be? Taken from the Gamer.com website, I've put together a list of Ash's top strongest 20 Pokemon, ranging from the Kanto region from Season 1, all the way up to the Galar region in Sword and Shield. Just before we get into the video, if you do like this type of content, be sure to hit the subscribe button and of course, like the video. You can also find us over on Twitch playing a series of audience participation games like Jackbox and Pokemon Unite to name a few. All the links will be in the description box below. That said, let's get into our list. Number 20 is Gliscor. Ash first met his Gligar in the Sinnoh region, and the ground and flying type then evolved into Gliscor and won Ash some intensive battles, including the Canalaive's gym leader Bastiodon. Later in the series, Ash left his Gliscor in care with a man named McCann for further training, to which he returned with some powerful moves such as Stone Edge and Giga Impact under its belt. While earning a spot in Ash's team throughout the Sinnoh region, Gliscor isn't the most remembered Pokemon, but nonetheless won some hard-fought battles. Number 19. Torterra. Ash captured his Turtwig at the start of his adventures in the Sinnoh region, which became very notable for some of his impressive victories as Turtwig and Grottle. As a Turtwig, it helped beat Rampardos and another Turtwig in a gym battle, and also helped welcome Ash's Chimchar into the team, defending it against a Zangoose. Grottle then went on to learn Energy Ball, claiming a notable victory against the powerful Rhyperion. 18. Staraptor. Starly was Ash's first capture in the Sinnoh region, which it then went on to evolve into Staravia and later Staraptor, learning ultra powerful moves such as Brave Bird and Close Combat. This Pokemon had a lot of wins under its belt, even knocking out a Roserade with a single Brave Bird attack. 17. Swellow. As powerful as Staraptor is, Swellow just edges it on the bird Pokemon slot. As a Tailor and a Swellow, it scored the third most amount of episode in Ash's team after Bulbasaur and Pikachu. Swellow even scored a winning streak in the Evergrande Conference, even putting in some impressive work in the Battle Frontier, taking out a Swampert, Arcanine, and Venusaur. Swellow really stands out apart from the rest of the flying Pokemon Ash owned, with this apparent resistance to electric type moves, where it was once hit by a Thunder attack and managed to, with Pikachu, pull off a Thunder charged Aerial Ace attack. 16. Lycanroc. Ash's Rockruff evolved into the dust form of Lycanroc with the help of the legendary island guardian Tapu Lele. Although disobedient, it battled another guardian in Tapu Bulu, which is not an easy task considering the type disadvantage and even holding it to a draw. From there, Lycanroc went on to win quite a few battles for Ash in the Alola region, even putting in work against the Ultra Beast Nihilego. Number 15. Gengar. Gengar is one of the most popular Ghost-type Pokemon in the franchise, and although Sabrina's haunted journeys with Ash for a few episodes, it wasn't quite the Pokemon Journey Pokemon fans had been hoping for. Ash finally caught a Gengar during the Pokemon Journey series, giving Pokemon fans what they wanted. Despite Gengar's initial failure to compete in some of the battles which it participated in, there's no denying that Ash's Gengar played a vital role in his early success in the World Coronation series. Although often causing a lot of trainers bad luck, Gengar proved to be a good omen for Ash during his adventures. At 14 comes Glalie. Being in Ash's team for a while now, Glalie was first caught as a Snorunt in the Ruby and Sapphire series in the Hoenn region. It's overcome some great odds in battling some incredibly powerful Pokemon, and is the strongest Ice-type Pokemon that Ash possesses. It had a notable victory against Clark's Charizard, and in a tie with Titan's Sceptile. But as of late, it's been spending the last 2 decades with Professor Oak back in Pallet Town. 13. Malmetal. Ash first caught Meltown towards the end of his time in the Alola region, and has evolved into a Malmetal. In its newly evolved form, Malmetal demonstrated both endurance and strength during Ash's exhibition match with Professor Kukui. Although he left Malmetal with Professor Kukui, Pokemon fans did get to see Malmetal in Pokemon Journeys when Ash returned to the Alola region. 12. Krookodile. Ash caught Sandile during his travels through the Unova region. He was initially a fairly underwhelming Pokemon, but 90 episodes and 2 evolutions later, he finally evolved into his final form. His evolution happened right in the middle of Ash's semi-final match at the Pokemon World Tournament, and helped him turn the tables to overpower Iris's Dragonite. He continued to be an important member of Ash's party throughout their time in the Unova region, although since then has been in and out of the team. 11. Dragonite. Dragonite is one of the more recent additions to Ash's team, having been caught in the currently airing Pokemon journeys. A decent Dragon-type Pokemon is something that Ash has been missing for quite a while now, so Dragonite instantly became an important part of Ash's team. It's still very early days, but it has the potential to become one of Ash's very best Pokemon. 10. Kingler. Having started out as a particularly wimpy looking Krabby, Ash's Kingler would go on to be one of his most useful and consistent allies throughout his time in the Kanto region. Kingler does make some appearances during the Johto seasons, but not as much as it did during its time in its native region. 9. Snorlax. A massive Pokemon, Snorlax's laid-back attitude kind of made it the perfect fit for Ash's training style. Though competitive, Ash always put his Pokemon first. This kind of attitude made the two mesh quite nicely throughout their time travelling together. Snorlax was featured heavily during the Johto adventures and won several key battles there. Though sometimes lazy, Snorlax has always shown itself to be unnaturally strong and athletic. 8. Heracross. While a member of Ash's party, Heracross proved itself to be a hard worker and a tough fighter that grinded out its fair share of victories for its trainer. It was the first Pokemon to be caught in the Johto region and proved to be one of his greatest assets in that season. 7. Infernape. Ash's Infernape has a fairly similar story to his Charizard's, where it was somewhat abandoned by its trainer as a Chimchar, but then soon after joined Ash's team. Though not as strong as Charizard, Infernape is hands down one of the strongest Pokemon that Ash has ever had. Its Blaze ability made it be able to come through in some clutch situations, and often served as a turning point for battles. It may not be his strongest fire Pokemon type, but Infernape still makes it as one of Ash's greatest Pokemon partners. 6. Goodra. One of the most affectionate and kind-hearted Pokemon that Ash has ever had, Goodra became much more of a viable option once it evolved. Goodra was the first Pokemon in the Kalos region that Ash caught that fully evolved, and is shown to be one of the most valuable Pokemon throughout his adventures in that region. Ash eventually released Goodra, but the Pokemon would temporarily rejoin his party before once again parting ways with its former trainer. 5. Noivern. Another Kalos region capture. After hatching, the Pokemon would join Ash and eventually go on to evolve into its final evolution, and surprisingly, a very powerful one indeed. Noivern is Ash's only Kalos Pokemon to not be used in gym battles, but it still came up quite big on many occasions though, and while it may not have been used in many huge moments, it still managed to make its mark. 4. Pikachu. Ash's oldest Pokemon, Pikachu has always been by its trainer's side, and of course has always been a fan favourite. While it may not seem that it's all that strong due to its size, Pikachu has won many battles and defeated many foes that you wouldn't expect it to. Pikachu is one of Ash's most reliable Pokemon and has used a variety of moves over the years. It often tags in to finish a job and has proven that no challenge is too much for it. It may not be his absolute strongest, but at the very least, Pikachu is Ash's most reliable Pokemon. 3. Sceptile. Ash initially met his Sceptile as a Trico and helped it in trying to save its tree home. After a battle with Pikachu, Ash caught the Grass-type Pokemon, and it became a permanent member of his party throughout his time in the Hoenn region. More than any of other Ash's Pokemon in the anime, it was one of Ash's most relied upon Pokemon while in his party. 2. Charizard. Another abandoned Pokemon that made its way into Ash's party, Charmander dealt with a lot of emotional baggage early on due to its abusive relationship with its former trainer. That was very apparent when it evolved into Charmeleon and Charizard, but its relationship with Ash eventually got better. When loyal to its trainer, Charizard was Ash's most powerful Pokemon and faced off against plenty of tough foes. It proved time and time again that it was one of the most strongest members of his party. Number 1. Greninja. As a Pokemon, this Pokemon was a hard worker and incredibly selective of its trainer. Its competitiveness led it to choose Ash as its trainer, and things seemed to have worked out for both of them in the end. Greninja proved to be Ash's strongest Pokemon with a mixture of its speed and strength. When able to channel its Ash Greninja form, it's on a completely different level to any other Pokemon that Ash has trained so far. And so there you have it, that is the list of Ash's top 20 strongest Pokemon that he's owned to date. So what do you think of the list? Are there any Pokemon that you agree or disagree with? Be sure to leave it in the comment section below, and of course don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. All the links will again be in the description box below. Thanks very much everyone, and see you all next time.